There it is. We're good. Can you guys give me a thumbs up? Awesome. Okay, well, welcome, welcome. Hopefully this will inspire some of you guys tonight. So my name is Dr. Angie Cross, and we are going to be just really going over some great information tonight. So I have been with Yoli for, oh my goodness, 9 years, maybe a little bit longer. And Yoli is actually an Aztec word that means to live. So it's just great because we're all about promoting a healthy lifestyle. And that's what we're going to get into tonight. I want to really just educate, inspire, equip you guys with knowledge so that you guys can figure out how you can be the healthiest and the happiest that you can possibly be. So okay, here we go. There I am as a triple blue diamond leader with this amazing company. I am also part of the Doctors Health Advisory Panel. There's 5 doctors on the panel with this amazing company, and we're just going to go over some of the principles of health and wellness tonight. So take whatever you can from our discussion tonight and use it however you can to best support you, your family, and just have a healthier life. So tonight is really all about just downloading you with some new information. And a lot of the things that you are going to hear are things that you have heard already, but hopefully I'll say it in a way that really makes sense for you. I'm all about just knowledge is power. And if we can just get it in our brain, it makes sense on a deeper level, and it gets in on our cellular level. So that's what I really want to just get across to you guys, is understanding that when you know what's going on, especially like with this chart, and this is actually from like 2000 and I think it was 13. So it's even a few years old, but just look at the obesity and the overweight problems in our country. And this is just our country. But the orange and the red are really where the problems are, and it's getting more and more widespread. So we have a problem, and I think we would all agree. I'm not going to spend too much time on the depressing side of this information, but I just want you to know that we have to get to the bottom of our health epidemics and our obesity epidemics now more than ever, because it's really affecting everything from, finances to health insurance premiums to, just our attitudes. And there's a lot of fear right now. And health is a big part of that, because health affects everything in your life, from truly your moods, your family, to your finances. So it really is a big thing. 1 out of every 2 people, are now being diagnosed with heart disease, and 1 out of every 3 cancer. So, these are very depressing statistics, but we can totally shift that back into our favor. And I know that all of you guys tonight are on this call because you care and you want to be part of that movement. And I can't thank you enough. So 20% of the children now are considered overweight, and over 70% of adults. So this is so alarming, and it's so disturbing. So thank you so much for being on. And over 200 billion, and it's climbing. And I would say that's a conservative number, is what we spend every year with our healthcare costs. So just realize that today, more than ever, people, they do want to be responsible, and you're part of that. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of the key factors. When we understand the key factors with the inside of our body, that's really where the power is. Like I said, I want to do these downloads. So we're going to start with factor number 1, key factor. If you just imagine, we're going to go down the list. You can take notes if you want, and hopefully this inspires you and you can share it with your friends. But pH. So what does pH mean in the grand scheme of your health, and especially like maybe if it's weight issues? The more, if you look at that little scale right there, the more acidic you are, the unhealthier you are. And the more alkaline you are, the healthier you are. So all we're trying to do is just get you to understand that things that you eat, things in your lifestyle, things that you're exposed to, will either push you more towards alkaline or acidity. So it's really just how much oxygen is kind of available to your body. The more the more acidic you are, basically that's inflammation. So if you have a lot of inflammation in your body, number one, it's pretty much at the root of almost every health condition out there, from, you name it, but that at the core of everything that is wrong with our health or our body, there's usually a fire or some sort of inflammatory process going on. So the more alkalized you are, you're going to be able to oxygenate your body. That's where life is. That's where life lives, is the more oxygen we have. But also we're going to put the inflammation out. So we've seen all sorts of great results, from weight loss to health improvements to certain conditions, really pushing back towards that state of health. Because you guys got to realize the body is so brilliant. It doesn't really need any help. We just got to remove all the interferences. So if we can remove the interferences and feed it really the right fuel, everything else kind of heals and returns back to normal on its own. Key factor number 2. So I hate to break it to you, all my wine and carb lovers, but the truth is, there's so much sugar and we're overloaded with carbs. So if we stabilize blood sugar, and if we teach you how you can reduce that insulin resistance, so if you have that kind of middle belly fat, or like the muffin top, it's really just a lot of it is insulin resistant. So what we're going to do is teach you how you can re-stabilize your blood sugar. Blood sugar has so much to do with overall health and wellness, but it also has a lot to do with how fast you will heal, or how well you will respond on your weight loss journeys or your health journeys. Because you can, excuse me, here's the thing, you can eat all the right healthy food, right? And some of you guys can, I'm sure, relate with this. You're eating everything right, you're going along, and you just still can't lose weight. And you guys, I'm here to tell you, some of that is blood sugar. So if you're chronically stressed, your body is releasing cortisol and it's releasing blood sugar, and it's keeping it elevated. So what happens when your blood sugar goes high is it also has to release insulin. When it's happening too often, you get this thing called insulin resistance. So again, you're eating healthy and you're just not, getting as far along. So what we're going to teach you tonight is how you can re-stabilize your blood sugars, and how you can eliminate and get rid of that insulin resistance. You guys, I have seen so many amazing testimonies from people with serious health conditions where blood sugar is at the core of it, right? Or insulin issues are at the core of it. So I just want you to know that that is a huge part in your journey back towards health and also weight loss. And you just have to realize it's hidden now more than ever. The food companies are adding sugar and they're hiding it from us. And this is why I'm so passionate about health and wellness and the food industry. Is I have 2 teenagers, and I feel, now more than ever, the food companies, they're hiding chemicals and sugars in our food. So we have to fight back. We have to understand what we're eating. We have to understand the timing of what we're eating. We can take back control of our health and our destiny. So also realize, if you are consuming things that do convert to sugar, or raise your blood sugar. If you don't use it up throughout the day, it kind of stores as fat. So I know, I can't remember if it was one of my girlfriends back in college, she was saying, we can't eat before we go to bed because it basically sticks to our ribs. And it's so true. Like now, I can really just break down the science behind that statement, but it's true. You should not eat a meal before you go to bed. And I just want you guys to understand, you should not eat within 2 to 3 hours of going to bed. You have to use off those energy stores from the foods. You have to burn up your sugars and things like that before you go to bed. Plus, it'll help you sleep better. Okay. Just a little bit more on the sugar. It's really just an epidemic. Now more than ever, they're saying that the average person is consuming up to 52 pounds of sugar per year because it is hidden. I mean, look at that chart right up there. Our kids think that they're doing good by drinking a Gatorade when really, it has all that sugar in it. And even the sweet, like the teas or even the vitamin water, you guys, it's hidden. So I'm going to share with you that we do have some alternatives if that is what you're looking for. Key factor number 3 in restoring your health and also really helping you get the weight off, right? That's what we're all about at this time of the year and after the holidays. We really want to just encourage you that you can do this, right? Don't feel guilty if you're holding on to some extra weight, and don't feel, frustrated. Just, put your mental hat on that it's new, it's, a new year, a new decade, and I'm learning some education, I'm downloading some new education, and this is going to be, why you get long-lasting results. So if you are holding on to extra toxins, it's going to be hard to lose weight because we get exposed to toxins all around us, from our environment to the outdoor pollution to chemicals that are sprayed on our food to laundry detergents and soaps and everything. So you really have to look at the quality of what it is that you are surrounding yourself or putting on your skin or ingesting or breathing in, right? Even in your house, like, get rid of all those Glade air fresheners and get rid of the cheap candles that are just burning fumes in your house. All of these things really add up to health and weight loss. So the more you can purify your home and your house and your diet, the better your health is going to return faster. And a lot of times you're going to lose weight also quicker when you detox, and because there's toxins that are stored in fat cells. So that's where the toxins, a lot of them are stored, is in the fat cells. So we have to be able to get rid of that. And also, the fatter we get, it's this feedback cycle, but we actually release more kind of bad estrogens in our body. The fatter we get, the more harmful estrogens we release, which can cause a whole other cascade of health issues. So we really want to reduce that fat and get rid of those toxins, and understand that if you are around too many toxins, you can start gaining weight and just wondering, why did I just gain weight? And it could just be because you're just too toxic, that you've been exposed to something. I've had people where, they do a big painting project in their house, or they just move into a brand new house, and because everything's like got all those chemicals and paints and stains and varnishes and everything, and all of a sudden they just don't feel good, or they start gaining weight. So just be mindful that when you have been exposed, that you have to do something about it. Key factor number 4 is a healthy digestive system. When you have a good gut, I guarantee your health is going to push back into that state of vitality, and you're going to sleep better, and your moods are going to be better. So all health starts in the gut. That was one of the first things we learned in chiropractic school, was a healthy gut is a healthy body. And with that being said, your gut is actually the second brain, your second brain. Your brain and your gut are actually intimately connected. So if you have a bad digestive system, you guys, it's going to truly affect your moods. And that's one of the biggest things I try to tell people is you have to get your gut fixed, because when your gut is fixed, you have all these little microbiomes. They're like little flora. They're like living bacteria, and there's like trillions of them. Right? We have more bacterial cells in us than we actually do human cells. So just realize, like, wow, I didn't realize I had that many bacterial cells. Most of them are good, right? They help you break down things. They help you digest. They help with creation of B vitamins, and they help with creation of serotonin. So truly, your gut is a key to your immune system. So if you have immune issues, if you have mood issues, by supporting your digestive system, it's like half the story right there. Your neurotransmitters are also, a big piece to weight loss, because if you can balance out your serotonin and your neurotransmitters, guess what? You don't feel constantly hungry. You don't feel like you want to go for the ice cream or the chips all the time. So it all comes back to your moods, what you're exposed to. It comes back to, what's the inside of your biochemistry looking like. So just keep in mind, it's not just eating this or not eating that, or less calories and exercise more. Like, there's so much more to it that I hope that you're getting some information. Key factor number 5 is your hormones. So I've been working with hormone patients and doing hormone testing. And really, I love that topic, because years ago, after I had my 2 children back to back within 15 months and started a full-time busy practice, I kind of had my own hormonal issues going on. So I started studying it in depth. But here's a key. If you can keep your hormones balanced, it will also help with weight loss. There's so many like middle-aged people, right? Raise your hand if you're middle-aged struggling with weight loss. They always say the older you get, the harder it is. And it's true, because there's a lot of hormones that actually help us with weight management. It helps us with our metabolism. It helps with our energy levels, all of those things. And insulin, like estrogen and insulin actually talk to each other. So when your estrogen goes down, your insulin, like that's why that insulin resistance comes in the middle age, is because the sensitivity has gone away because of the estrogen. So balance your hormones. Too much estrogen or too little progesterone, those are the hormones, and it's going to be hard to lose weight. Middle age changes, foods and diet affect you more negatively. So you do, I hate to say this, you guys, but you do have to try a little bit harder, just a little, when you are in your middle age, because just our timetable and our genetics do play into that a little bit. However, I will tell you, we have figured out a way that we can get around that, because I have seen thousands and thousands of people literally be able to lose weight in their middle age, including myself, and feel awesome. So we'll get through that. Key factor number 6, hydration. I can almost guarantee probably 80% or more people on this call right now aren't drinking enough water. If you do nothing more than just take this reminder to drink more water, I will be very happy, and you will gain health back, and it will help promote weight loss. Hydration is just such a critical role in weight loss, hormones, sleep, energy levels. one of the #1 reasons for daytime fatigue is dehydration. So get in the habit of drinking, every 2 hours or once every hour. Set your phone alarm. I don't care what you have to do, but just remind yourself that you need to be drinking more water. Consume half your body weight in ounces. I have my water right now. And honestly, aim for half of your body weight if you can. And because it's going to help with your cell to cell communication. So your cells talk to each other and your brain cells need hydration. If you're dehydrated, you will get foggy in your brain. You will not be able to remember things. You will feel sluggish. Your bowels will be screwed up. So just drink more water. The other great thing to realize is if you do not like the taste of plain water, we do have some drink packets and different alternative drinks that you can, like powders, natural, sweetened with stevia that you can add to it. So so those were pretty much the pillars of health right there. Look right over there. So body pH, we're going to reduce the inflammation. We're going to stabilize the blood sugar. We're going to help detoxify your body, support your digestive system, absorb those nutrients because you do have a healthier digestive system, support the liver, right? Because that's going to help detox, stabilize and balance hormones, and reduce stress. So just by losing 10%, you can reduce your risk factor of cancer and heart disease by 50%. All I'm asking is that you think to yourself, okay, how much do I weigh? So think right now, how much do you weigh? And what is 10% of that number? So if you can lose just 10%, just say within, the next month or 2 months, some of you, it might take 3 or 4 months, depending how much you have to lose. But you are literally reducing your chances by 50% of those major illnesses. Now, what would that do for our country? What would that do for our children in the future? What would that do for our health insurance premiums? If we could reduce, cancer, heart disease, all of those illnesses, think of the massive billions of dollars it could save, which would help with all sorts of things. It trickles down to every area of our life. And I'm just asking you to reduce it by 10%. So Yoli's Better Body System, this is really what I feel is a great solution that can help with all of that. I'm going to explain what it is, why I'm so passionate about it, and why I've stuck with this beautiful company and this beautiful system for over 9 years. And I was able to lose 15 pounds, keep it off, and same with a lot of other people. So the Better Body System it's designed really to replace and give your body those extra nutrients through specific formulas that address some of those topics that we talked about. Plus, it has a great eating meal plan with it. And there's been lots of great testimonials from weight loss to health improvement to you name it. So what's included in the Better Body System? It's basically we call it a transformation kit because it transforms your body from the inside out. And it also, it literally changes your biochemistry. It goes through all those things we just talked about. So ALKALETE is the first one. I wish I had all my little bottles to hold up, but ALKALETE is, when I went and listened to the scientists and the doctor at that time explain the Better Body System and what they were rolling out, because I did my due diligence. I was a busy chiropractor. I was a little bit skeptical, like, oh gosh, what are we getting into now? But at the end of the day, I took time to fly out to Salt Lake City. I met the founders. I met the formulators, the doctors, and I realized these guys know what they're talking about. And I was very picky because I wanted high integrity. I wanted something that worked, and I wanted the science that backed it up, because I was very busy and highly successful, and I didn't want to jeopardize my reputation as a healthcare practitioner. So it was the ALKALETE. When I saw that, that's when I'm like, oh my gosh, these guys are ahead of the game. The fact that they are talking about reducing inflammation and alkalizing the body 10 years ago told me these guys are innovative. They're cutting edge. And I like things that are innovative. I like things that are exciting. I didn't want to, just do another thing or another diet. I wanted something that made sense to my brain and that worked. So ALKALETE, what it does is it gets rid of the acidic waste. So like I said, because of the world we live in and stress or lack of sleep or diet, we get acidic. So ALKALETE literally is a little tablet that goes in and it removes that acidic waste, and it helps with restoring that acid alkaline balance. Keep in mind, the reason I was so impressed with it is because it was registered as a new dietary ingredient actually with the FDA. There's 8 patents on file with the US Patent Office, which is hard to do. There's 27 structure function claims on file with the FDA. There's science behind this product. So just realize, I was like, okay, this is good. The Pure, this is our probiotic formula. So this is the gut formula that I was talking about that will help with the bacteria. So for those of you guys who don't know, there's a lot of antibiotics floating around in the city water. It's in the meat sources. It's all over. A lot of you guys might have it like just medication. It's in milk a lot of times. So you have to think outside of the box. And it's not just about the antibiotics. Stress, when you are under stress, your microbiome, your gut flora gets disrupted. So when you decrease your good bacteria, it allows the bad bacteria to come in and take over. So what that does is it's a breeding ground for yeast, candida. Now all of a sudden you wonder why you're craving sugar all the time. It's because you have too much of that bad bacteria, not enough of the good stuff. So what the Pure does is it's actually Ganodin BC30. It's a special strain. It's like a spore form that actually bypasses a lot of the manufacturing, the shipping, the saliva, the stomach acid, mix it all the way into the gut, the lower gut, and it colonizes and it opens up and it really goes to work. And it's a beautiful spore form type of a bacteria. And there's many peer-reviewed scientific journal articles. Again, I liked the science behind all of this, and it works. I've used all sorts of probiotics. Probiotics was one of my favorite supplements prior to Yoli coming into my life. And there again, as I'm listening and analyzing whether I want to join this company or not, I'm like, okay, they got the ALKALETE, now they got the Pure, the probiotic. And again, keep in mind, this was 10 years ago, you guys. A lot of you guys have heard of probiotics now, but it's really only been in the last 5 years, maybe 3 years, that it's become more and more popular. But think, this was 10 years ago. So I'm like, these guys are good. Plus it has a milk thistle. Milk thistle is good for the liver, and it's got prebiotics, and it's got the digestive enzymes. The other thing that I like about it is it supports the overall immune system. It's great because remember I said it's the second brain of the body. So the more you support the gut, it actually helps with moods. It helps with detoxification, and just it supports the digestive system. Passion. This is my favorite. Passion is our energy drink for whenever you need that boost. It's also great for mental alertness, and it's a metabolic stimulator, so it helps increase your metabolism. It's sweetened with stevia. There's super fruits in there, B vitamins, and it's a great replacement for your coffee. Keep in mind, you guys, a lot of people drink coffee, but coffee by nature is pretty acidic. So I'm not going to tell you have to stop your coffee, but if you do choose to do this, I would encourage you to try to use the Passion in place of it And within a few days, you should be able to not even need the coffee anymore, because Passion has green tea. It does have 110 milligrams of green tea extract. So it's a healthier version of caffeine, so to speak, so energy. So it's not going to be that acidic form that sometimes coffee can be. And a lot of times, unless if you're getting like good, wholesome, organic coffee, it's sprayed, right? Because it's a bean and it's a plant that is big produced. Comes in all sorts of flavors, so check it out. Resolve, this is another, one of my favorite products that come in the transformation kit. It's basically a fiber supplement, a very special, good quality fiber supplement, and it has apple cider vinegar. A lot of you guys have heard of apple cider vinegar. Yes, it's our grandma's favorite recipe for like everything, so we actually have it in this supplement. But the other thing I will point out, this is one of my favorite products for hormones, because when you increase your fiber and you take a good fiber supplement, it helps push that bad estrogen out of your body. Remember, I was talking about a lot of times if we are exposed to a lot of toxins in the environment, it mimics estrogen or it mimics all these hormones, and it's called a hormone disruptor. But if you do a good quality fiber supplement, it actually helps push that the bad hormones out, and it helps like keep your bowels moving, and it helps you feel full. So it's a great supplement. It's also really good for blood sugar. So again, like I said, one of the key factors was stabilizing your blood sugar. When you take fiber or eat food higher in fiber, it allows the conversion rate to slow down. So it's called the glycemic index. So foods like white bread or crackers convert very quickly to sugar. That's called a high glycemic index number. And you want foods that are lower glycemic numbers. So you can Google it or look it up, but you want low glycemic index numbers, or you want to increase your fiber, and this is a great fiber supplement. And we're going to finish off with shakes. The shakes are the last ingredient in the transformation kit. So you're going to do all of these things together, and it's all laid out in a plan. But the shakes are Pure Whey, and they're from non-denatured whey, from antibiotic, hormone-free, grass-fed, happy cows from New Zealand. I was like, sign me up. It's hard to find a really good high-quality protein source. It is whey. We also have a vegan shake that's plant-based. So should that work better for you, you can pick that as well. I do like the whey though, because it is a really good clean source of protein. It also has all the amino acids. Amino acids, you guys, are the precursors to your neurotransmitters in your brain. So if you have mood issues or, anything with neurotransmitters, if you take good protein and a good high quality amino acid, which is what our shakes are, it will literally increase, your good, happy serotonin and your good neurotransmitters. So there's multiple reasons why I love this shake. It also helps you feel full. It's a great meal replacement. It has lactase, so it helps break down the lactose for the whey one. It also contains a full serving of veggies, which is like unheard of. Like, what other shakes have veggies in there and lactase and probiotics in their shakes made from hormone-free cows? So it's all about, like, when you lose weight, you want to lose weight, but you don't want to get flabby. Trust me, there's nothing super sexy about a bunch of flabby skin as we lose it. We want to stay toned as we lose our weight, right? We want to lose that subcutaneous fat, like under our skin, but we also want to maintain our muscle. Now, a lot of diets out there, you guys, they're cutting calories so low and they're not putting the good nutrients back in that people are actually losing muscle mass. That's so bad, because if you want to lose weight and keep the weight off and do it in the healthy fashion, you have to preserve your muscle. Muscle is what burns your fat. So if you can lose weight but preserve your muscle, that's the key right there. So that's what these shakes do. You have to do a good high quality protein supplement source, because that's going to preserve the muscle instead of getting you flabby, and it's also going to help you burn fat while you sleep. The more muscle your body has, the higher muscle content, you burn fat while you sleep. Sign me up, right? I want to burn fat while I sleep. That's what can happen if you do a good high protein diet and a good protein source shake. So that's what our shakes do. So Yoli is really just a 28-day transformation system. It's simple. It's a lifestyle. It is not a diet, because I've been doing this plan for, like I said, 9 close to 10 years, and it teaches us what to eat and when to eat. It's super sustainable. We've had many, many people on it, and they're still on it. They take the supplements. Lots and lots of people feel healthy. So the first 48 hours, basically most people are insulin resistant and their body's conditioned to store fat. So you're going to have to deplete all the carbohydrates and your sugars. So for the first 2 days is primarily protein, and then it's going to start forcing your body to burn that fat. So it's a nutrient timing plan. So you do get a little booklet. It's a plan all laid out for you. And it tells you, you're going to do your passion and you're in the morning, and you're also going to do a shake in the morning. You're going to have mid-morning protein snacks. You're going to have a balanced meal for lunch. And then you're also going to have another protein snack in the afternoon. And then you're going to have another second shake of the day. You're also going to sprinkle in your ALKALETE specific times throughout the day, and your probiotics. You're going to do, I like probiotics at bedtime because they're best on an empty stomach. And then you're going to have, basically it's all laid out for you. So you do get to eat real food, lean proteins, complex carbohydrates, fruits, veggies, lots of healthy fat too. So avocados, nuts, olives, olive oil, coconut oil. So it's awesome. It teaches you what to eat and when to eat it. So I like this slide, you guys. Again, educate, empower, equip. I'm downloading your brain to understand what you need to do to lose weight and keep it off. Whatever carbohydrates are in your body when you go to bed, like I said, it's going to most likely store as fat. Protein, however, is very difficult. It's not very difficult, but protein by nature doesn't really convert to fat like carbohydrates or sugar does. So keep in mind, you can't have a bowl of chips and salsa or a bowl of ice cream or a brownie. Like my mom used to feed me every night before we went to bed on the farm in Iowa. We would have a bowl of ice cream and a brownie. That's what they do on the farm. And we had meat and potatoes like every single night. And usually it was like 8 o'clock at night because we were out working on the farm. So this is basically teaching you, you got to back up your meals, eat them earlier so that you can have 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed. It's basically an intermittent fasting if you think about it. If you do your last shake and then you don't do your next one till the following morning, it's about a 12 to 14 hour intermittent fasting window. So that's another reason it works. The body will use protein to repair and regenerate muscle tissue more than any other cell. Like I said, we're going to preserve your muscle, burn fat. Protein, unlike carbs, don't contain sugar, so it has very little impact on raising your insulin. And as a general rule of thumb, keep your carbs earlier in the day. And we're going to basically teach you how to do what's called carb cycling, or if you like to think of it in your mind, keto cycling, right? So we're kind of going every other day, teaching you what to eat, and that's when you get those good things. This is another one of my absolute favorite reasons I love Yoli is we have great community and support. So I promise you, you will feel loved, you will feel supported, and you will feel like you're not on this journey alone. So, it's so fun. I love being part of things where it's like a big family, there's support, you're on a mission. I love it because as a doctor, I can only see so many people in my clinic in one day, and there's only so many hours in one day, and there's only one me. But I love this because now, as a practitioner, I've been able to touch people literally in the Philippines, in Mexico, in Canada, and all over thousands and thousands of people that never I would have met or impacted had it not been for a platform like this. So I'm on a mission to help support you guys. So our mission statement at Yoli is we transform lives, because we truly do. Physically, for sure, emotionally, for sure, and all sorts of, like, on every level we transform lives. So just take a look at that, gaining muscle, losing the belly, there's all sorts of health conditions that have been improved. Obviously, for a disclaimer, we can't claim that we heal or cure anything, but it changes lives. Preferred customers, that's how most people get started. The transformation kit is only $285. It breaks down to like $10 a day. So I know, like, for some of you, that might seem like a lot, but just keep in mind that's for the whole month, and that's also replacing some of your meals. So $285, I personally think, is a steal of a deal, especially now that I live in a city. And I mean, for one meal, you go out and it's over $10 to $15 many times. Plus, it's got a 30-day money-back guarantee. So for whatever reason, if you're not happy, keep your boxes and just call customer service, and they'll send you a refund should it not work. But we rarely get that to happen because we get such great results. Also, Yoli, they're so gracious to offer a mind program. So this is so brand new for our company. It was just released a few months ago, but they're from now until February 15th, they're including the mind program, which is like a 60-day mental reprogramming for your mind. So not only are we transforming the body, but also we're supporting the mind journey. So I love it because not only as a chiropractor, but I also lead and teach meditation. It's truly a mind-body transformation. So, and if you complete that within the 60 days, they'll actually give you $50 credit back for you to use for products. So it's included, but yet you'll get credit once you complete it. So I'm like, how are they doing that? That's awesome. If you want to customize, there's different kits, or once you're done with your transformation kit, they have immune support and sports performance and different, they have the lean greens, which is one of my favorites. I add it to water and it's basically like a green juice. They have things for your, like your joints, like it's called Flex. That's really good. Like as a chiropractor, it helps with knee pain, back pain, you name it. There's also one for sleep. It's called Dream. So just, you can look on the website or get back to whoever invited you, but there's a lot of other great little products. So imagine transforming your life physically, emotionally, and also financially. So just by sharing it, you also can help us on our mission, but also it just helps your people, but it also helps you because you can earn products for free, or should you want to earn extra income, it's also great. It's a side hustle. A lot of people are able to do it while they're working a full-time job by getting your own transformation. So I always say, become your own billboard. If you lose weight and get healthy, your friends are going to ask you, so you may as well be compensated. So it's a great compensation plan if that's something that interests you. Share because you care. Obviously, I'm going to end this because that's our mission statement is, if you feel like you want to share, all you have to do is we'll help you on how to share the message, and you can earn free products. We would love to have you be part of our community. And this is one of my favorite books. So if you guys are in the health and wellness space and you love this industry, The Wellness Revolution is a good book. It's great because it talks about where wellness is going. It talks about the predictions of the future. You guys, I feel like the pendulum truly has gotten as bad as it can get. It will probably get worse, but the pendulum is starting to swing back towards wellness. People want options. People want health. They want their family back. They want their weight off. They want to feel their energy again. We are bombarded now more than ever with stress and distractions and like a lot of unhealthy food, but we also, you guys, have so many healthy options right now at our fingertips. we also have the power of our own thoughts. Just because you have a bad day, you can switch in a second. And I want you to really just realize you have so much power within you to make a decision, change some of these habits. I am going to urge you and just try to have you understand, if you could stick with something for 28 days, like 1 month, your whole life could change, because it takes about 3 to 4 weeks to change that habit. And when it's all laid out and you plug into support Zooms and support calls like this, it's easy, right? So that's what we're all about. Is right now, this time of the year, there's all sorts of people kind of putting their own support challenges out there and support pages out there. But I want you to know that you're not alone on this journey. And that's what we love about Yoli, is it truly is about support, encouragement. And we're not just going to say, oh, sign up and go buy the products and good luck. Like, never once ever has it ever been like that. We always follow up with our people. We invite them to things like this. And that's what's so neat about this, is there's live events you can go to. I'll be speaking in LA this weekend. There's some in the Midwest coming up. So there's always live events going on, or there's virtual things. So with that being said, I just want you guys to know that I'm so grateful that you took time to listen and to learn, but also hopefully I downloaded some good information into your brain on those pillars of health, with your alkalization and your gut health and your blood sugar and your detoxification and your hormones and your hydration, all of that. So if you do all of that together, and it's all laid out for you in a very predictable, systematic form, because there's a lot of different personalities out there, right? And you just got to realize that you have to understand that if it's got a plan that somebody can follow, if you got support that people can plug into, if you get fast results, that attracts, some people, and you got the science to back it up, you're pretty much, you're covering all your bases. So it kind of just makes sense to me. So hopefully that was good. And just make sure that you guys get back to whoever invited you to watch this, and hopefully plug into some more of these. Okay, so thanks, you guys. God bless, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Dr.
Angie.
Thank you, guys.